Good morning. It is another beautiful spring day, Tuesday morning, and we have a lot going on today. So I've kind of front-loaded my morning, if you will, and gotten a lot of cooking things out of the way. So we made waffles for breakfast. I just put a pot roast in the crock pot for dinner tonight, and I want to prep something for lunch because we're going to go out to another park and we're going to bring lunch with us. So we'll be at the park this afternoon and then come home for nap, hopefully. And then we have swim tonight. So I just need to get dinner out of the way. It was completely frozen. I was laying in bed last night thinking about what to make for dinner today. And I knew I had this pot roast, but it was frozen. So I should have gotten up and taken it out right then, but I didn't. So I just defrosted it this morning and got that done. It is before 10 o'clock and I already have dinner out of the way, so that feels really good. So I haven't yet eaten breakfast. I'm gonna eat. 2 out of 3 kids ate. It's been a very relaxed morning for them because they're used to getting up super early for school, so if they can sleep in, they will. So I am going to eat and then clean up as much as I can, prep lunch, and then we're gonna head out to the park. It looks delicious, and whenever I make waffles, there's always leftovers, so that means we can get breakfast out of them for tomorrow. So this is something that a subscriber mentioned to me years ago, and it really is so smart. I've done it maybe only twice, but you cook hot dogs, warm up a stainless steel thermos, and then cook them and put them in really hot. And then when you put the lid on, then when you go to eat them like an hour later, even 2 hours, they still stay really nice and warm. You can just pack the buns and the ketchup separate, and then you can have a nice warm lunch on the go. All right, so we have some orange slices and the buns are on the bottom, pretzels, ketchup, and got their water bottles. All right, so this has been on high for about an hour. I'm gonna switch it to low pretty much for the rest of the day. So it is already 3 o'clock. We were at the park for 4 hours. We met some friends there and they just had so much fun and it was so beautiful. So we are going to head home. We stopped at Dunkin', actually at like a rest stop, and got a coffee, and the kids got some Gatorade to replenish because they were running around playing and it was sunny. It was very warm today. So it was wonderful. But now we're gonna head home, do a little rest time, little decompression before we head out again tonight. All right, so we got home and the pot roast was cooking, but it wasn't super tender. So I had a little time. I turned the oven on to 300 and I just popped it in, and I'm just gonna let it kind of roast in the oven for a couple hours. Hopefully, good. Hopefully it'll get a little more tender and maybe like crisp up a little bit. Also gonna fold a load of laundry that I started this morning, and then I have one more in the dryer. And we'll be good with that. I did wind up, Luke fell asleep in the car, of course. I didn't know we were gonna stay as long as we did. So of course he fell asleep in the car on the way home. I laid him down, hoping just to give him like an hour nap so he's not sleeping too long. But I'm looking a little windblown here. This was like the first time in a long time that we were outside as long as we were. And Evie went back outside if you guys want to go play. So I'm just gonna spend a little time in the kitchen just cleaning up. Like, I didn't finish cleaning up the waffle maker from this morning. I need to wash that. I need to wash the flour container. I used the rest of that this morning too. I need to refill it. Clean out the sink, just kind of do a good general tidying in here. I can put the crock pot away since we're done with that and wash the insert. These things I washed this morning, so they are dry, ready to be put away. So I'm just gonna spend a little time in here. So here's how the pot roast turned out. It's definitely not as tender as it usually is when I do it in the oven at like 275 for like 4 or 5 hours. You know, it was in the crock pot for, when did I put it in? Like 9:30. And then we came back at 3:30 maybe. And then I popped in the oven for 2 hours. Yeah, definitely not as tender as the oven all the way. But you know, it's still delicious. And I made some mashed potatoes. And we're gonna have dinner.
Mama, I didn't see it. I see you, Mama.
I see you, buddy.
I see you.
I see you. That was a good one. All right, dinner is done. We got shampoo and conditioner. Kids have swim tonight. So we're gonna head out in just a minute and go do that. And then we'll finally be done with the day's activities. Well, that is going to be a wrap for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying these VEDA videos, be sure to give them a thumbs up. I still get asked a few times a week what VEDA stands for. So it's a video every day in April. And I'm so glad you're here watching, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Take care.